All right, it's time to lick some brown. It's Tears of a Clown. That's right. We're talking Dookie play.
I did not approve of that opening line.
100%. We talked about it. I vetted it with him, and I vetted it with Tim. All right? It's all good. Yeah. Dude, I am smoking my own Dookies these days. It's incredible, dude. I've been having so much fun with that. Jake, I don't know, man.
You find yourself in a tavern. You find yourself in a tavern. 3 bearded men greet you. One of them offers a bounty. They say a mysterious ogre has entered the nearby forest and is smoking all the dukes. And that the villagers have no dukes to smoke for themselves. I was about to get mad at you for
not incorporating that, and now you're doing it. That's why you're my co-host. That's why I fucking love you, dude. It's like we are friends forever or whatever.
And how did you have that ready to go?
Yeah, put a wizard hat on that Dookie, dude. Put a wizard hat. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's in his stream deck right there. That is upsetting. Tinderella, Jote, and Red H, thank you all for your subs. Mr. Shanks says, hope Jake's tum-tum is feeling better, and then wrote laughs with stars around it as a action. That they're laughing at your stomach, which I don't even understand. What happened? What, did you drink a bunch of weird shit on your stream or something? What's going on?
No, I'm an adult man, and sometimes in the course of adult life, your tummy hoits. And there's nothing funny about that.
Oh, okay.
Having a little rum bum in your tum-tum, and I'm frankly insulted that
Tim, how's your tum-tum, buddy?
Today's pretty good. Stayed up a little too late. Drank a couple beers and watched Elden Ring lore videos. So it could be better, but besides that, doing pretty good.
All right, can you become a woman right now just for our situation? Because chat's probably just sitting, staring at us yet again. And yeah, we all look the same, and we're going to do this. It's D&D classes, baby! I'm excited.
Now, Holden, right off the bat, like sight unseen, in your deepest fantasy, are you like the scoundrelly bard that's trying to seduce everything? Are you the wizard who knows the ancient secrets of the universe? Are you just like the strong shield-bearing paladin? Like in your mind dreamscape, like what is your ideal fantasy character?
I want to be Mr. Charisma. I want to be Mr. Smooth Talker for sure. Like, and the problem is that, but then I'll smoke that weed before the session. They'll be like, all right, you got to smooth talk the shopkeeper. And I'm like, oh, what's your fucking brain look like? Is it made out of cheese? They're like, all right, you have to roll a fucking 2,400 to get past whatever that is with that fucking talk. So I try to do charisma, but I feel like I'm not. I'm trying to work on that as my strong suit. And you know, when I play, like my most akin thing to D&D would probably be like my experience with Souls games, and I always do my first run is kind of a bit tanky, I like a melee barbarian. Like I like a big hulking guy, but he smooth talks. You know what I mean? A little bit.
You do harness the power of rage. I've seen you, especially at the Subaru dealership, just like go into a
Honda dealership, and yes, they did tell me there that we're human beings. I was told that, and I was surrounded by a bunch of car salesmen because they were worried the incident was going to happen. But we don't have to keep bringing it up, Jake. But I will say gladly about that is that I have been working on my rage. I meet every Friday with my therapist to talk about my rage, and that's all I got to say about that. Tirzo, get the fuck in here.
My God, Tirzo the Gray.
I wonder, have we said goodbye to Vanilla Tirzo? Is it always going to be?
No, we can't put that on Tirzo. Tirzo, when they have enough energy and emotional bandwidth, does become a heightened form of themselves. But we don't need that every week.
Honda, I'm coming for you, okay? Maybe you did let me buy the car with a Capital One loan, which I will be paying on time. And it is too much money, okay? And it will be paid off in 2032.
Hold it. No, we got too real. We're getting too real. No.
Honda, give me a car.
Tim, what are we working with
roll
usually?
Persuasion on that.
I feel like Tim's been everything under the sun. I think the next thing I'm going to be is a bard for sure. What is there anything you'd say was like, man, my absolute druid or whatever is that's the sweet spot?
I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with just a straight up fighter. You know, a lot of times people are like, they're boring, but they get to do so many like cool and fun things. And most people don't have strength. So that means you get to like RP, that you swing from the chandeliers and like bash people with like a door or whatever like that, and because you don't have to just be the stupid big armor and shield type guy. You can, but they're just like really fun and they're like easy.
Yeah, I always want to do something different, and then I'm just like, I just want to slug people, man. Amanda McPanda, thanks so much for the sub. Tirzo's hat needs more compliments. Tirzo, get back on this. I don't know why I'm so demanding with you. You're Honda to me right now. I love the hat. It's a great fucking hat. It's wonderful. Yellow is a great color on you. Of course, as we know with the balloons and everything. All right, let's get into it. Let's rank these fucking D&D classes. I'm thrilled to bring this episode, you guys. Thanks, everybody, for hanging. Here we go. First one up. A fighter, baby, what we were just talking about. Yeah, it's like such a basic go-to. My only problem is it is the most Starbucks class. It's basic as fuck. You know what I mean? Sorry for the burp.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need listen, if it's your first game of D&D and you're not picking human fighter, what are you even doing? Just roll the dice. Does it hit? Hooray.
Right.
You don't you don't need cliff notes. You don't need
Fighter has like these really fun subclasses that like one of them basically just throws a ghost at someone, or like a shadow clone, I guess you would say, and that can be really fun. Or there's another part that is just like, hey, bad guy, I'm gonna trip you with a bow and arrow, and you know, it's not just straight up bonk 'em.
Now, I had a lump in my neck that they found had teeth and stuff in it, and it turns out that was my twin. Is that a shadow clone?
No.
Okay.
No. Legally, I don't want to steer one way or the other.
All right.
I
what
like
do we
that
got?
Your identical twin is so disgusting that even your body was like too gross to absorb it fully.
Can't have two of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So what are we thinking here? I just feel like I don't know if I can go so high unless we just want to be like, man, the hits just hit, and I get that. But I would say there's a basicness that I like. I want some zazz, you know what I mean? And some pizza. Love some pizza right now.
My problem when I first started to think about this is like I see the good in so many of these classes that I'm like, they're all ARS, baby, except for Ranger. But you know, I think it's being straight. I unfortunately love fighters.
Yeah,
and because they have the subclass called Battle Master, and they're the best archers in the game. So
wait,
not
there's
Ranger?
a carrot. It's not Ranger?
No.
What the fuck is Ranger even for then?
Yeah,
wait,
Rangers.
Their whole deal
I can
is
see Rangers like do tons of damage sometimes, but they're basically like got to stack all this weird stuff and then do it, and then they do like an insane amount of damage. But a Dex fighter is chef kiss.
Yeah. All right. I'm feeling B personally. I feel like chat's feeling B, but whatever with chat. We don't need to give them anything. Okay, they have enough. They got it. They get enough.
I like A, but you know, I appreciate your argument of like, yeah, man, play the hits, but is the hits not spicy enough?
This is my own thing, is I hate that I always choose like Barbarian or like Fighter or whatever, I like Diablo or whatever we're playing first, and I always go like, man, can't you just do something a little interesting? And I always go for that basic. So to me, it's like B for basic. Jake, be the tiebreaker. Just give us a fucking letter and we're gonna move on. Jake. If that's your real fucking name, it's not.
You've known me for decades, Holden. I've been to your
Chris.
wedding. It was beautiful. I do not give off Chris energy.
Major Chris energy.
You're one of the major Chris's. I would say that.
I've seen your dick, dude. You have a Chris dick for sure, bro. Whoa.
Okay, listen.
I didn't want Tirza to pop up while I was talking about that. Jake.
All right. So, in terms of like the popular imagination, while the fighter can be many things, you just imagine just like a sellsword kind of guy in like medium armor with a sword, and he just like is, oh, I'm doing this for money, or I'm doing this to avenge somebody, or whatever. It's not like that much fun. It's a pure mechanic kind of fantasy. But there are those moments, especially early game, where you are like hitting 3 times and like you're the real damage dealer, and like you don't get to charm the bar wench, you don't get to disable the trap, you don't even get to summon a zombie that like carries a message into hell. But like when the fucking kobolds hit the trade wagon, it's time for the fighter to shine. So I think B. It's like,
all right, let's give it a B.
We seem to have an issue here. We can't tell which thumbnail is the fighter.
The guy with all the weapons. The guy with all the weapons.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there you go. You could have chosen any one of them, but I would have been like, yeah, that's the fighter. It's a B, baby.
It's a combat.
We don't know. We don't know.
They all fight. There's no pacifist class. There's no I'm gonna hang back and
should be. I like baby class. I like just being a baby in my D&D campaigns. I just have a passy.
And I was warned before we went live about maybe you don't buy all the extra books or whatever. But I'm currently playing a peace cleric.
Oh,
so that's
there you go.
Not quite pacifist, but
yeah. All right. I like B, but Tim, if you thoroughly disagree with that, at any point in the stream, you have a sub balloon, and you can pop it one single. Or I'm sorry, not a sub balloon, a veto balloon. One single veto balloon, and you can always say, I want to move anything up or down 1 spot. So you could eventually move it up to A anytime if you want to, but you might want to hang on to it for a little bit. But there's your veto balloon right there. Chat, you also have a veto balloon. If you thoroughly disagree, I want to see veto balloons in chat. Which you have access to with the sub. And if the first 2 people to gift 5 subs will get their own personal veto balloon. All right, let's get to the next. Amazing. Whoa. Don't hurt yourself. Let's get to the next one on the list. What do we got here? Rogue, baby. Rogue. Ooh, what a rogue.
Yeah, my thing with rogues is I love rogues, but I always find that the sort of edgy, like, I don't want to be here, smoke cigarettes in the shadow, I don't want to go on the damn
big
adventure.
Wolverine
Too
energy.
cool for school.
A lot of Wolverine.
Yeah, very like Vampire the Masquerade energy a little bit, you know?
Like, the class, super high up there, but it just attracts a certain type.
Yeah. But also, they are so necessary. There is so much. You have to detect the traps. You have to pick the locks. You have to pickpocket. It's just outside of combat when you're not just pulling off quote unquote sneak attacks, which basically you're just like slightly to the left of the guy, and that counts as a sneak attack if I understand correctly.
More or less right.
Real quick, Burning Circles, thank you so much for the sub, and a Wild Bidoof, thank you for the sub, who said, problem with ranking non-combat classes, you need a really good DM for them to be something nerd stuff. You can blame the people who play them for that. Rogues don't have to be edgy. And then Grinner says, my parents are dead. So I don't know if how that factors in, but thank you, Grinner.
That's a Rogue Batman reference.
Bard does everything Rogue does, but sexily. Okay, there you go. I like I'm from the grunge movement. You know what I mean? And it did ruin my life. That we all had to pretend that nothing was actually to be, we couldn't be passionate about anything. You know what I mean? You had to hide. This was back in the day where you had to hide your D&D from the world. You know?
Yes.
Weezer singing about a 6-sided die or 20-sided die or whatever was like, wow, I can't believe they're normalizing this. Like, you know what I mean? So I would
kick out of church for even like messaging about it,
Yeah, completely. Post Satanic Panic, but pre nerds are all of a sudden cool. Past my time, which pissed me off.
It wasn't all of a sudden. It was a long, hard-fought battle.
Hard-fought battle. So I dig a rogue. I dig, a little bit of an edgelord. I don't know if I go full high up or whatever. Is there I want to clarify. I'm sorry. I should be more familiar with the list. Is there also thief, or is it just rogue?
No.
No.
Okay. It's a subclass.
Yeah, it's just rogue.
Rogue is the sneaky, right? Sneaky. Yeah. He sneaks.
And then you have like pirate and thief under it, or like assassin.
Totally. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, I want to be like Mr. Magic Spells or Mr. Punch Your Face hole open. But the problem is that like the rogue is actually getting shit done. I feel like so much more than those. Like it's
Our party, we were like level 20 at taking on gods, and one of the worst things we ran up to was a locked door. And we just all kind of looked at each other and like, we haven't had to deal with this yet. What do we do? And like, I could explode it, but everyone's gonna see that we're here. We're gonna get in trouble. So
late game, it doesn't matter. Early game, late game, it's such a versatile situation with the character, and it works really well outside of combat. So well as within combat.
And if people don't know like the mechanics of D&D, rogues have these things called like expertise, where they get to pick skills that they're trained in. So out of combat, you get to add like 35 to their things. Rogues are like railguns that never roll beneath a 10. It's ridiculous. They never miss, and if they hit correctly, it does 1,000,000 damage. They're like the one hit explode class.
Pink Coffee Cake says rogues can also be a fun times hot party girl who knows all these secrets and shows up wherever and has her own agenda. She can sneak you and her into the club to charm the bouncers. So there you go. I'm feeling A-ish about this. Tim, Jake,
I love A
let me know.
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to it, despite the fact that you will encounter a lot of when my parents died because they fought the corrupt Duke of Schmindlin, I had to raise myself on the streets, picking pockets by day, in the fighting rings by night. I don't, listen, I didn't get to grow up in a nice, safe, warm monastery like you, Mr. Kung Fu.
Also, by the way, this just in, the Duke of Schmindlin is found guilty on 34 fraud charges. It's incredible what's happening right now.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Let's break him out,
baby.
Finally
got him.
All right. So we're saying A? We're going A?
I like A. I think
let's go A.
Great,
Pop it an A. Quick check-in with Tirzo. How are we feeling? Are we wizarding? Are we not wizarding? Okay, very good. Happy old man Tirzo tonight. All right, next up.
Don't
what do we
piss
got?
them off. They'll cast Fireball, and we are definitely in the AoE right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my goal coming on here is to ally with Tirzo for whatever I need to do. Smart.
It's a clever play.
What if I came on full clown makeup because I misunderstood?
I would love for someone to do that at some point. If anyone did that at any point.
Oh, no.
And by
Clowns
the way,
are very territorial.
And then
Clowns
spent
are
the
very
entire
territorial. Tirzo will see you as a threat.
and then spend the entire time not talking and just making like hand signals to tell us what rankings you want and stuff. Just the most challenging guest ever. There you go. Whoa. We're dancing. All right, let's go. What do we got next? What do we got? Now we're cooking. Artificer.
What do you guys know about Artificer?
I forgot that they added this guy when I put the list together.
Artificer's weird. Artificer is not. It might have been changed, but before it was not a legal class that you could write about, because they have what's called the SRD, where you can make your own special thingies, but you can't use too many branded Wizards of the Coast stuff, and Artificer was one of those. They might have changed it, but yeah, they're really weird. They're really weird class.
So Red Age says D, steampunk bullshit, F tier fake warlock, says Nuggetron, and Majestic Kayla says not all clowns are mimes, Holden. Well, you know what? Show me a clown that talks. I haven't seen one. I haven't seen one at all, okay? I'm a fartificer, says Bud. Budbags, you were getting so timed out in a little bit, and I can't wait for it. I can't wait for you to fuck up again. Makes me so happy when they time you out of this chat. All right, what?
As soon all the
Budbags, by the way, is a mod
stuff
on my chat. It literally gets timed out like every fucking stream. Anyway, it's been so funny to me. He's a mod. He's my wild card mod though, so that makes sense. Anyways, what were you saying, Jake?
The steampunk aesthetic, the goggles, the whirling propellers. Yeah, it's I just it doesn't feel right to me, but like people wanted it so badly, and so like you can make a gun. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, like a crafting mechanic for me personally. This is our list too, and a crafting mechanic in general. I mean, I'm doing, because I can't wait for Shadow of the Erdtree to come out. I started a mage run in Elden Ring, and like I just remembered how like little I use the crafting in that game, and I'm always kind of take a deep sigh when there's a crafting component in a game. I'm always just kind of like, okay, we're gonna sit here. I feel like I'm like doing work. This is game time, baby.
Yeah, artificers can break the game in a couple weird ways. You're only allowed to have 2 special magic items, but they can have like 3 or 4, and then they just like make magic items. So I'll put it this way: I want an artificer in my party to give me stuff, but I don't want to play them. So that definitely makes them go down a little bit. But they also have a subclass that lets them make a robot dog, which is pretty cool.
Right. I like that. I have a couple comments from chat. I was an artificer in my last playthrough, and I didn't even understand my own abilities, says Centurion Monk. Also, Carrie Jo says, sorry I'm late. Is this by fuckability? No, it's not, but let's go real quick. Fighter is S tier. Artificer is going to probably... Well, Artificer can make them high-powered dildos, bro. So that's going to be A or S, absolutely. And who else do we have? Oh, and Rogue will fucking... I don't know. Rogue's low on... Rogue's D or F because they're sneaky, dude. They kind of sneak up on you. Like, hey, dude, ask first before you fucking start hammering away at my B-hole, bro. It's not that kind of party. So that's the quick ranking for that. Artificer, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go low. I think mid to low. I'm gonna go C, D. You know, I don't think E. F because I think it's more interesting than some of the more like whatever ones. But I don't know. Yeah, I think mid to low.
I'm gonna say D. It's been around for a couple of years at this point, and it's not catching on. It's not happening.
Am I the only one? I don't know, El Condor. I think a lot of people love Critical. I love Critical Role. Hire me, Critical Role. I'd do a voice or something. What was I going to say? We'll do, I think D. You want to do D, Jake?
Yeah. I'm okay with D.
Slap a D on it. We need a spread. I'm looking for a spread here. All right? All right.
Yeah, like I said, I consider all these S in my heart. Cause
at the end of the day, you got to love the game, but hate the player. And that's me, baby. Hate away, chat. All right, what's next on the list? Is it chat? I wish chat was a class. I'd rank it. No, I'm just kidding. I would rank it high, chat. Monk. I love Monk. You know, I'm thinking a lot about Bravely Default while we talk about this, and I know that's a weird throw out to an RPG.
It's all a grand tree of role-playing, stat-based adventure times.
I like a class that's like a slow burn, and then by the end of the game, it can be... I mean, Bravely Default, the Monk was like your craziest fucking powerhouse by the end of the game. You know, I kind of feel like Monk does that a little bit.
Yeah, Monks in D&D are weird because they're like... they can attack 85 times, and low level, they can do certain things that no other class can do, and... Some DMs like outlaw them because they're so far outside of like the normal classes. But I don't like monks as much. Like all the things I'm saying are positive, but I think that they can like their turns can take a really long time. And but that being said, that like it's the punch class that rocks.
Yeah.
There's
it's
something
super cool.
very fun about the idea of in this world of wizards and artificers that you can like get so good at punching that you stand toe to toe with ancient dragons from beyond creation. That's like neat.
Yeah.
But I will agree from a play perspective, I've played with some monks and like a flurry of blows is a lot of dice rolls and sitting around waiting for them to finish.
It slows the game down.
D6s.
All right, that might make it more mid for me. I didn't think about it in
They're
a
really
D&D.
good. They're really good.
Yeah, but they're good. They're strong value add, but I could see also the so we going mid here? We thinking C?
I think
C or
C.
B?
I think C.
I think C. Put it at C. Yeah! We're struggling again.
Bald guy. It's the bald guy.
Bald
No,
guy.
nope.
It's Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah. It's One Punch Man. There we go. I was checking with Tirza, who seems to be struggling a little bit to put the tears in the right. Oh, good times. We'll help you out with this. Yeah, we'll help you. Don't use your laser abilities to kill everybody in the studio like you did last week. We had to hire a whole new round of staff. It's unbelievable. Yeah, including me. I'm a robot man. Holden's dead, and I'm a robot guy. All right, what do we have next? Okay, Barbarian, dude. Now, again, and I kind of already know this, but let's talk about the difference between Barbarian and Fighter, because this might be confusing for people.
Okay. Fighter, armor, Barbarian, scream naked.
Okay, what's the difference between Barbarian and Monk?
Ooh, weapon.
Okay, so Barbarian does have big weapons, but yeah.
So their mechanic is like, I don't need armor, get that crap off me, and then they go into a rage, and then they're super hard to kill. I had a Barbarian in one of my campaigns when I was DMing, and he killed an entire police station because I just kept playing it like as it was. And he just got in a stairwell, and it was like the raid. I couldn't do anything to him. And
so I was Barbarian class at the Honda dealership. I should do a D&D campaign where it's a Honda set in a Honda dealership.
Yes, I will do that for you.
You know what I mean? I'm throwing cars at people. If I could have thrown a car at the salesman that kept me there for 3 hours that day without any actual anything improving in my situation, I came in, I left the same state I came in. It was 3 hours. Why? They torture people for fun. They torture people for fun, Tirzo. They torture people for fun. And I do too, but in a different way, in an entertainment way. So I'm going to go with S+, bro, because I fucking feel the Barbarian deep in my nuts. And Jake, whatever you're about to say to me right now, just remember my anger is being worked on, but it's not solved. And I will fucking come I will get to you.
Jesus Christ.
I will get to
Holden,
you.
You need a long rest. You are the most in need of a long rest.
I can give you fuck Berserker.
Jake, should we rate this low just to get rid of his balloon? I don't know.
I mean, see, you're already min-maxing, Tim. That's the game
That's
player
mean,
in you.
dude. Yeah, you're gamifying it, dude. You're thinking with the D&D mind, bro.
That's F. That's a damn F.
I will say,
I think Barbarians are kind of boring.
Okay. Boring, huh?
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that at
nearly
fucking
as
all.
much.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, Jake. I'm screaming over you. Sorry, I'm getting mad.
I haven't played nearly as much D&D as you have, Tim. So, like, I'm still in that weird zone where playing, like, a dumb, low-intelligence barbarian who's, like, make smashed castle is, like, still funny to me. But I have to imagine after so many games, it wears out its welcome very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Between, like so many people that play barbarians will just go in the middle of town and shit in the street and, like, I don't know any better. It's like, bitch, you don't come from a town where you shit in the street. What the fuck are you doing? Like, oh, me don't know what this thing is.
And everyone's like, oh, you don't know. Like, just talk normal, Jerry. We get it. He's dumb.
You're a car
We
salesman.
put boots on hands and gloves on feet.
You're like, all right, we get it. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
You're
We
canceled
know.
if you play barbarian.
All right, roll the dice. Jerry wants to try to come on the dog. Roll the dice. If you get a 6 or higher, you can jerk off on the dog. You know what I mean? You're like, what are we even doing here? Now we're just jerking off on animals. We're not even fucking playing the game here, man. I'm over it. Yeah, let's F class.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Right.
Just
My
talking himself down from
my
S.
rage is an S, but barbarians are a fucking. Well, you want to say D for dumb? Should we just go D?
D
All
for
right.
dumb.
Put it on D, dude.
That hurts a little bit to do it.
Yeah, hurts a little bit, but yeah, it's a newbie's choice. Like, yeah, I want to rage out, you know.
This feels like I assume this happens every episode of this, but like we're pissing everyone off.
Right?
Because
Yeah, the
everyone
whole
has-
idea.
We're literally
Correct.
taking their little guys. It's not like, oh, we're making fun of your favorite movie character. It's like, no,
Right.
you're making fun of me.
Well, we make fun of
yeah.
we shit on it. Dude, we did anime protagonists last week. It was intense. So yeah, and a lot of people are saying boo. I'm also seeing boo and boo. I'm seeing wow. I'm seeing. All right, so can we maybe, Jake? Would you mind putting a poll up for the Barbarian
all
to get to rise up? Let's. I'm seeing a lot of upset people. Yeah, very pissed indeed, says Gorglax. Yeah, because they're all like, yeah, I like getting mad. It shows my mom how mean I am, dude. Barbarians suck, dude. All right.
You're stuck at the office all day. You want to slam some beers with your buds and then break the table and have to take an Uber home.
Right. It's like exactly. As opposed to, it's like my buddy, at one point he confronted his coworkers because they were talking about the office. He was like, so let me get this straight. You work in an office all day and then you go home and watch a TV show about people sitting in an office all day. Makes me want to blow my fucking brains out, which I was like, yeah, actually, if you put it that way, it kind of, that is a weird move for people. But Tim and Jim or whatever, but he was bad for her. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. Let's go.
Thank you for putting me in there next to him.
Cleric, dude. Clerics are wonderful or terrible. Let's talk about it.
I love a
yeah.
cleric. I
Yeah.
love a cleric so much. And I know this makes me lame. But there's something about getting to choose, like, not like an alignment per se, but like a god, like a vibe. Yeah. You pick a vibe, and then you do have utility for healing. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
He healed many people, many people.
Shout
And
out
then
Pat.
you can also summon lightning. You can like do cool, you can do undead stuff. You can do all sorts of fun shit.
And
So-
even
and
if
it's, like,
you do,
very
even
fun.
if you do get caught in a motel room with a sex worker doing a bunch of meth, you can roll to get out of it. You can roll to keep the church going and everything, and that's great.
Well, you can kill her,
Yeah.
leave, and then go to the cemetery, raise her back from life. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
Exactly, except the one mistake was instead of her, it would be gay man sex worker. But yes, besides that, is very accurate. All right. Well, what do we got?
I'm not gonna lie. I think the big four are all S tier. That includes fighter and rogue. But I'm a man of the people. But I love cleric. I currently play a cleric. A lot of people think clerics are all.
You
about
look
healing.
like a cleric. Yeah, you got the hair of a cleric.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much. I have long, youth pastor hair.
Yeah.
But a weird, nerdy part about D&D is that the best way to heal is to let someone die and then bring them back up because it's inefficient to heal. But hey, they can do so many awesome things. And did you guys play Baldur's Gate 3?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, just Shadowheart, just run around, sexy, and light people on fire.
Beautiful. Well, they made me. I played it on stream, and everyone made me fuck the vampire guy. And so now Shadowheart's not into me, and I'm pretty upset about it. But I did fuck the vampire guy,
She's
and that was
my
cool.
wife.
Hell yeah. Well, most people went for Shadowheart at first. Anyways, I'm going ARS. Jake, tiebreaker.
I played many a cleric. I love the class. I'm gonna, on my own bias, say S.
All right, S.
Hell
Let's go.
And
it's our first
Jake,
S.
I like what you said about like putting yourself in a box because it's like you get to role play something you don't normally do. So now you're all like coming up with a lot of new ideas. I have no idea which one's
book.
there.
The one with the book. The one with the book.
Which one is holding a
to the
fucking
left.
book?
That one. That's the cleric.
Okay.
I should have just picked like some
That
weird
looks like a
Gary
damn
Gygax
Warhammer. Is
black
that a
and white.
book?
Yeah, is that a book?
Look in his other
Oh,
hand.
but he has the
Oh.
book. That's a
Yeah.
crazy pick for the cleric, Jay. I love your work that you do, but that one's a kind of a that looks like
What?
Thor.
That's a pretty standard cleric.
White
Cleric-
and
let me
rose.
back
Cleric
my
is
boy
the
up.
most Thor. Cleric is the most Thor. If you want to roleplay as Thor, you pick a cleric.
All
Clerics
right.
in D&D all have like a lot of armor. So you think, like robes and stuff. No, man. They were like little tank boys.
Oh, okay. Warhammer and a book are standard loadouts for clerics. All right, sorry. I was thinking more like,
the
like a mercy or something like that. But anyways, from Overwatch. All right, what do we What do we have next?
You're in a bad game if your party sees you as Mercy when you play Cleric.
Druid, baby. Now, this is one of my faves. I think Druid is so versatile. I think it speaks towards, like, it lends itself so well to the game of D&D because you're constantly wanting to, like, think outside the box or think about how you could, like, use the environment or use,
Holden, you're already missing the real point. The key thing, the thing you have to do when you play as a druid is you have to cast wild
Whoa!
Oh!
That's right!
Whoa!
I have a whole separate health bar now!
No!
You can't fuck with me!
Stop! Don't!
I cast wild shape!
No! I thought you'd see yourself to the frozen layer for a second there, but yeah, now we're here. Amazing.
Yeah,
so
like, he broke. That was
exactly.
awesome.
I wish you were that, but standing behind Tim right now in his frame. He's
Wait,
so amazing.
No, doesn't work.
Doesn't work. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna roll for?
Now I can. I mean, before I was some hippy dippy like half cast or whatever, full cast, and now I can just beat your skull in because I got the full strength, power, and drive to succeed of a silverback gorilla.
There you go.
And in a couple more levels, I'll be able to be a manticore. And in a couple other levels, I'll be a pterodactyl with 5 heads and a machine gun.
I love it. I love it. All right. I'm high on this. I think A, S. What are your reasons for not S, Tim?
Mechanically, druids are kind of boring. They don't have a lot of diversity to it, and that's what I don't like. I don't like not being able to make a lot of different special choices.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people make the same type of druid. Wild shape whips ass, though. I will say that. Yeah. And you got to have someone that talks to animals because you need to make your DM sweat.
Right.
So I would rate it lower than whatever you guys are going to say. But.
Okay. But what about when you completely kneecap your GM's entire plan? Because you can wild shape into the form of a spider and just crawl into their bedroom and hear their entire evil plan.
That's the thing. You can do rogue shit. You can do barbarian shit. You can do... Yeah, exactly. That. You can do all sorts of shit. I feel like it's so versatile, but maybe it's just not in combat. Because I just feel like you could... Yeah, there's 4 things you can do, Tirzo. And so I think that...
They also, I think, if we're my DMs in chat, because like so many of us have DM'd for the most psychotic druid who summoned like 13 gorillas, and each of them have to act, and like, did you not come prepared? It's like I don't have that in the book, so you have to play all the gorillas for me. Like I wasn't planning on playing 13 gorillas, but here I am.
Right.
I gotta take.
And then you just go like, "I'm the gorilla that speaks for the other 12."
But we all kill ourselves, by the way. So.
Yeah, we all want to kill ourselves. We're very depressed gorillas. We don't like what's happening.
Druids have the best spell in the game called Good Berry, where you make a single berry that is worth like an entire meal. And like some people don't understand it, and one of my friends ate like 30 of them. Like, you're gonna die.
I love it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, how does chat feel? Because I don't know. I think it's always fun when there's a druid in the mix, as long as they don't summon 13 gorillas.
Yeah, I'm high on it. You know what I mean? But you have more experience, Tim. So I'm cool with it not being S. B-A. How do we feel, Jake? What do you think? I
don't want to come off as jaded, so I love A.
What do you say, Jake?
I'm partial. I don't know if you could tell, Holden, but I'm very partial to the druid lifestyle, what the druids are about, and I would like it to be A. Yes.
All right, put it in A.
Hell yeah.
And again, there you go. Is that the one?
You got it. First try.
Nice. There you go. Yeah, with the little ant creature, little woodland creature on his shoulder. Also, again, the first to be able to gift 5 subs. I am not high, by the way. I feel like I have brain fog right now for no reason. The first 2 people to give 5 subs get their own veto balloon. Chad also has a veto balloon, and so do we all. And I am using mine to put Barbarian up a notch, all right, Honda? Because I'm coming for you, Honda. I'm fucking coming for you, dude. Even though you already set me up and we're good to go, and the last time I went in, everybody kept their distance from me, and I went right into the accounting office, and we just got it done. But besides that, I'm coming for you a little bit, all right? A little bit. All right.
That's a great point.
There you go. What do we got next? Hey, Pig Bullets with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much.
Oh, shit.
Let us know if you have one you want us a veto you want us to pop right now, or if you're going to do it. All right, Pig Bullets, you got your own. All right, let us know in chat if you do have a veto. All right, KS next. KS nexto. Paladin, baby. Now, the big diff between a paladin and a cleric. Let's get into it. Tim?
Paladin use weapon, stab, explode.
Okay, Cleric had big hammer, so big hammer contradicts what you said. But
they don't. So okay, so it's a little weird, right? Think of the classes as points on a star, right? You got fighter, you got rogue, you got cleric, and in the middle of cleric and fighter is a paladin. You would put your stats into weapon. You don't always do that with cleric.
Okay.
And paladins have what's called smite, which is one of the most broken mechanics in D&D, where if you hit somebody, you can basically shoot out radiant energy from your weapon, and it just burns them, and it does so much damage. It's awesome.
Okay.
Is smite on anything, or is it just like zombos and ghoulies and
It's anything.
Stuff?
Yeah.
Anything?
It's anything. Yeah.
Why is Tirzo laughing? Oh no! Wait, I thought I switched back. Oh god! Oh no! Oh no! This was not. This is for personal time. This was not for the stream. Okay.
I like how our eyes get bigger at points.
Oh god!
All right. While Jake Ina is working on that, what makes a cleric better than a paladin? 'Cause you put cleric at S. Hey, there he is, but he's muted. Terrifying. Oh my god! You went to the silence layer, Jake. You have to figure that out. All right, Tim. What would you? All right, there you go.
So I like to play support classes, so I think that's probably where I'm leaning a little bit, because you get to do so many buffs as a cleric. I love paladins. Don't get me wrong. I think they're a solid A. They can do some of the best damage. They have one of the funniest heals in the game, where they just touch you for 1 health. I think
called laying of hands, and it's it's a very deep and spiritual thing. You're like, it's okay, my brother, don't die. The holy light dwells within. You don't just go you're not dead. You're not dead. It's not a poke. You lay of hands.
Gloomy Ghost says cleric has more crazy overpowered spells. Paladin has less spells, but also really helps if you aren't familiar with role playing, since it gives you very specific rules to follow. So are we feeling?
I don't know. I disagree with that. Paladins, at least in my experience, just leads to a lot of situations where the entire party wants to kidnap a kid and force the information out of them with torture, and you have to you can't be well, I took the oath of honesty and don't torture children, so I will just stop you. So you have to I found a penny on the ground. I'm going to go over there and pick it up, and whatever happens while I'm gone. It's it's too limiting a lot of times.
Okay, so what are we saying, Jake? Give us a letter.
I want to say B or C. I don't it. The role, it sounds good. The fantasy of the paladin is super rad. This warrior of justice and fairness, this iron shield against everything evil and exploitive in this world. But then when the rubber hits the road, you have to be you can't be no, stealing is wrong.
Right. Pocket Spice says, I feel like they're the most bound by alignment compared to the other classes.
Yep. Yeah, because they can literally become oath breakers, and you lose all your magic and stuff like that. Totally. The most number of inter-party murders are between rogues and paladins, because the paladin in tears begging the DM please stop them, tell them to leave the kids alone. I have to kill them now.
Yeah. All right.
My character would kill his friends. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
I've weighed all of this. I've weighed all of this. I'm thinking C. I'm thinking C.
C. Okay.
I'm thinking it's there's pros, there's cons. It pushes towards mid. Also, I don't like this. Oh yeah, I don't like how somebody said it's the most limited alignment wise. You know what I mean? It feels like it's very rigid, and it's too rigid. And I don't want to play within the lines, man. I want to fucking,
But you can be like to a god of death. Because death is part of,
Yeah, but Paladin's not going to roll for sniffing a butthole or something. I you know what I mean? I know that's not cool to have that be that person in the group that's all horny and weird.
Well, it depends if you've taken the oath of buttholes, and that
right. If I did take the oath of buttholes, dude. If we get a game together, anybody in chat's interested in that particular game, I would be down with that. But I say C, baby, let's go. See it up right there. All right, no Fs so far. Maybe we'll get one soon. What do we have next? What comes after?
The sorcerer, the special, the Nepo babies of the magic world. This was.
Let's see, the Maya Hawks.
Now, Holden, are you aware of the difference between like a sorcerer, a wizard, and a warlock? Like, do you know that distinction?
I'm gonna say yes, even though I don't. But I'm also gonna be like, but you know what? Chat doesn't understand. So, and I feel bad. I pity them, and I pity them a lot, and I feel bad for them. So, can you let them know? What the deal is.
If you had to guess, what is the highest stat for a sorcerer?
I'm gonna guess it is wisdom.
It's not. It's charisma for some reason.
Really? Weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably charisma just because it's wisdom for one of the other magic classes. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, it's like
Clerics,
force of personality within yourself, right? So you're able to, because charisma is not just being sexy. It's being scary or intimidating.
Liar Cupcake says, we understand more than you, piss boy. And you know what? You can call me piss boy all you want, okay? But I'm going to say this right now. A little dribble comes out when I'm done, and there's always a little stain. And and I need to do like Kegels or something. I asked a doctor about it, and they said it's not like an actual medical thing.
We accept Holden and his dribbles.
It's an age thing. It comes from age, and I should probably put like a pad down there or something, okay? But that's... that shouldn't be a part of this conversation. So what's the deal with sorcerers? Like
sitting down to pee?
Yeah. Something like that. I just I got to stand there and shake for fucking 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Who has time for that? I'm a guy in the go.
Toothpaste?
Something. Yeah, maybe I should plug it up. I should try sound. I have tried sounding. That'd be fun to get back to. Maybe that'll plug it up. But but so yeah, what's the difference?
I like sorcerers a lot, but I saw it in chat. They're not that great in 5th edition, and I could see that because if you want to be a spellcaster, you want to cast spells, but sorcerers get such a limited pool. When they do cast spells, it's awesome because they have these like points that they can use to like either cast a spell faster or shoot a second one or do it silently or whatever. But I love sorcerers just to begin with, but I get why someone would rate them lower. And I played a storm sorcerer in 4th edition, and they killed my boy, so which it sucks in 5th.
What's the letter? What's the letter from Tim?
Even with all that said, I'm still like a B.
Okay.
Wait,
Jake.
How does wild magic work? I've never actually played as a sorcerer.
Yeah, so so if every subclass of sorcerer had wild magic, I think everyone would like it more. But that's just one subclass, and then whenever you roll a something or other, then you roll on this table, and then that could be like you sprout feathers, you turn blue, or you shoot a big ball of fire at whoever. You summon a mean goat. So that's really fun.
So
but it just
RNG,
it doesn't happen
just
that much.
pure spell RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
El Condor Pasa 69 asks, what does Tim think of 4E? I love 4E. I'm the 4E defender. My podcast started in 4E before it was cool. I weep every night that we don't have Warlord in 5th edition. I'm the number 1 4E defender.
Hell yeah. Sure. All right, Jake, what do you think? B?
I would say C, just because I'm pissed off at the idea that like the wizard had to hit the books, the warlock had to sacrifice something, but the sorcerer is just like, ooh, my great-great-grandfather was a fucking demon. And so now I get to just like cast magic missile whenever. I got meta magic. I got all this shit. And so you, by definition, have to be like the chosen one in your character.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
That's a good point. Yeah. Born under a cursed star is, I think, one of the descriptors of them, which I think is kind of badass, but it's also like, you kind of woke up.
But also, yeah, it's like, what are you, Neo? What are we doing? All right. So
nobody wants the I didn't ask for this guy.
Right.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. C, baby. Boom. Love it. All right.
Kind of hurts.
Man, D&D looking pretty mid right now, these classes. All right, what's next? What's up in the chopping block? Now we're cooking. The bard, baby.
Toss a coin to your witcher, Valley of Plenty.
Oh, Valley of Plenty. I love the bard. It's the next class I think I want to go with. What I like about the bard is that it's just so unlike everything else, you know? It's just really so uniquely its own thing and can add such a new flavor to your game, because if you do have somebody who can, you know, make up hip-hop music on the spot, you know? If you have somebody who can, you know, freestyle specifically hip-hop on the spot, pretty much only that. If they can rap on the spot.
I played with someone who
just think that probably goes wrong more often than not. Though. Come on.
Yeah, somebody's just like, I don't think that it is fun to be a bard now. It's just like it's like, what are we in the 80s rapping?
I'm rapping Gary, and I'm here to say.
I'm rapping to the north. I'm rapping to the west. I'm rapping at the dragon because it's what I do best.
Also, nobody likes the guy at the party who pulls out the acoustic guitar and plays
that's a
Redemption Song and Say It Ain't So, which were the two songs I played at college parties.
I'll have you know, when my bard plays Wonderwall, I get inspired and I'm able to re-roll the lowest number die in my next attack.
Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. You know what I mean? Everyone just so pussy's dry as a bone in that room. Yeah. Absolutely. Everyone wishing John Belushi would show up.
Holden, you're talking yourself in circles. You're imagining this fantasy man that is not the essence. I'm friends with a lot of comedians, and I have played alongside some great bard characters. One was an insult comic who would like Don Rickles enemies into submission.
That's cool.
One was he invented breakdancing in this universe. He was like, I've invented I call myself a b-boy. And like nobody understood what he was doing. And he would just like, I spit on my head in a furious like vortex.
All right. But in response, I would say, come pick me up, take me out. Steal my records, fuck all my friends. You know what I mean? That for an entire session. I mean, just horrible.
Well, again, you're inventing this guy. I feel like there's the stained fandom has not touched bards.
Yeah, I mean that's with all of these, right? It's sort of like what are the hills and what are the valleys. I do think the worst bards are like Holden's saying. Straight up, you're at a party and a guy whips out the acoustic guitar. Like, we all have to look at you, do what you think is funny, and it's annoying. But bards do rule. I think because they are such a silly and weird class, some people think they can just, like, fall into it, and then they get frustrated when it doesn't work. Because they are they are weird. They're like a mixed spellcaster. They do a little bit of damage. It's impossible to get their AC up, so they take so much damage. But I play a bard who's currently like an influencer, but like a douchebag influencer.
Oh, nice.
So instead of like...
Yeah, that speaks towards there's a lot of options, and it really is so unique. No one else gets to be that. Yeah. Like, even when we talk about other classes that have charisma stats, like, no one gets to do that. All right, what are we saying then? I think high. Even as much as I tried to tank this with my reminiscences of stuff that I did back in college and in my early 20s in New York.
Very strong about Bard. Seduction memes aside, it's something wholly unique to the D&D experience. This bizarre, like, it's so much roleplay potential, so much, it's not just walking around with the sword and board or casting fireball. You got to be a little creative. The jack of all trades thing, like, who cares if you can +2 a lockpick if you already have a rogue in the party?
Yeah.
But it's very fun, very unique. It's not boring. If you do it, like, if anything, the fact that you can go so spectacularly well or so spectacularly wrong makes it, I feel like, exciting and interesting and good. I want to say S.
All right, I was A. What are you saying, Tim? Tie break.
I was saying A too.
All right,
Fair
let's
enough.
put it in A. Damn, we only have the cleric at S right now so far. Let's go. All right, let's throw it today. But again, we have veto balloons. We have all sorts of things can happen. Pig bullets can throw it up, and we have one other not called for veto balloon for 5 gifted subs. The next person with 5 gifted subs can make it happen. All right, what do we have nexto on the listy? Warlock, baby. Fucking Warlock, what's up, dude? Warlock's fucking like creepy wizard. You know, it's kind of the way I look at it.
Half
The thing
tieflings
about
rise
warlocks, they break the game in ways that like no other class can, because they're like evil.
Moosey
like,
Faith, thank you. Sorry to
benefactor.
interrupt. Moosey Faith with the 5
yeah.
gifted
No,
subs, adding their tip of the cap to the veto balloon. Moosey Fate is on. Sorry, Tim. Back to what you were saying.
No. Thank you, Moosey. Yeah, they get like their evil benefactors. Like you can see 50 feet now, and everything's invisible, or you can read every language. There's so many weird things you can do with them. I think everyone likes warlocks, but they're very strange because you get your spells back on a short rest instead of a long rest.
Okay.
We only have like 2 spells sometimes.
Okay.
So like a shotgun.
Yeah.
Or you can summon a big sword, and that's even better. But
Yeah.
I love
Or
warlocks.
you're like,
they
or
are
you
so
just
cool.
role play as like the fat guy with joint diseases. So you're just like, why don't I just take another short rest? Why don't I just? How about more short rests, guys? Don't your legs hurt? My legs hurt.
So, would you say a warlock is better than a sorcerer? Jake, because
well,
Tim is frozen.
We're gonna wait for Tim to reconnect.
Absolutely.
I definitely.
It's a good look for him, though. It's Studley.
Yeah, it's actually very pensive.
Very
like,
much
if
so.
you had to freeze, it's he picked a good time to do it. I absolutely, a warlock is way more interesting than a sorcerer. The idea that there is like a ticking clock, there is some kind of payment, whether that's like, you have to get blood from the underclasses of your local village, or you have to like pay just straight up gold as a sacrifice. It's always something. It gives your character an extra motivation, an extra set of just incentives to do things in character, and that makes it way more interesting.
All right, then. I mean, I think we can't delay too much longer. What would you say we should put the warlock at?
I'd say A.
All right, throw it in an A. I'm fucking with you, bro. I like a dark sorcerer or a dark mage. All right, what do we got next? Well, I will say, great way to freeze out,
Yeah,
though.
it's incredible, honestly.
All right, what do we got next? We only got 2 more. Rangers. Well, Tim convinced me at the very beginning of the stream. Tim convinced me that the Ranger is dog shit. I mean, do you have anything else to add to this? It's apparently seems like it's just not effective. I always want to go Ranger, like when I'm playing in like an RPG online, things like that.
So this is the problem, Holden, and this is what I really tried to understand, because I had no idea there was so much Ranger hate in the community, and it all boils down to, if you like nature shit, a druid can nature shit better. Yeah. If you like shooting shit in the neck with a bow and arrow, the fighter can shoot more shit with a bow and arrow. So the ranger
and
just
take licks and like not be, because I'm guessing the ranger always has to stay out of range and never get hit. I think that's probably one of the big parts of it, right? Like get in the high ground and like never get hit. And Tim's internet has gone out. So we'll see if we get any updates. We may have lost Tim for the entire stream, but let's find out. We don't know if that's a temporary internet gone out or a long term, but we are near the end here. So
it turns out Optimum heard you talk about jacking off on a dog, and they just cut his service.
Every time. It kills me. Oh, wait.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, baby. He's back. Yeah, we're talking Ranger, dude. Tell us why Ranger is F class.
Rangers fucking suck. What'd you guys give Warlock real quick?
Warlock A.
Perfect. Awesome. Rangers are just really, really underpowered and weird. And any ways to make them stronger oftentimes slow the game down. And you're having to like cast something to make your arrow better but it doesn't really make it that much better. And then like one, for instance, you curse one of your, let's say, arrows, and then it explodes in a whole bunch of thorns. Cool spell, right? But it's still a little bit like you're still only doing like D4 to everyone around there.
Yeah.
And now
they can do a ton of damage, but yeah. And they're so specific. Like if your DM tells you, all right, we're going to the Underdark, like if they're like before you even start the campaign, like we're going to the Underdark, turns out the draw up their old damn tricks. And you'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna do this ranger who can survive the Underdark better than anyone else, and I fucking hate drow. It's like, oh, okay, little strong there, but because you know what your DM wants, you can do a lot of fun stuff. But that doesn't usually happen in long campaigns. The DM's not going to tell you everything like that because they
right.
No, you're like, my guy's an expert at Arctic warfare, and your DM's like, oh well, you're fighting the Desert Kingdom, so good luck with that.
You're in Arizona.
Fantasy Arizona, where all of your dreams come true.
Recess the question, so I have to say, what is Tim's podcast? Greetings, adventurers, formerly known as Drunks and Dragons, which I don't know if we said at the beginning. We'll plug it again at the end, but Greetings, adventurers is the name of the podcast.
D&D podcast on Twitter, and we can just click all the
hell yeah.
It's very good.
We need an
legally. Oh yeah, this is the F. This is the F.
Yeah, we need
absolutely.
an F. We need an F. Yeah. This is the F. Let's make it an F. Put it on F.
Yeah, I think we all knew this was going in. I'm glad I got my internet broke and got back just for this.
And I'm glad you're happy with Warrior being an A. The finale, before we get into the balloon fucking massacre at the end of here. What do we got here? For the final one, it's another little magic man, I believe. I mean, it's straight up, right? What do we have?
Yeah, it's the magic. All that's left is the wizard.
Yes,
it's the wizard. Yeah. The wonderful
wizard. S out of with a goddamn bullet.
Okay.
Wizard is the best class in the game, hands down, for like 1,000 reasons.
I cast autofocus on the clown.
Yeah.
Blur.
There you go. All of that. It's so funny. It was the one thing you wore that for, and you couldn't get the thing to focus.
Well, no, it's like I'm Blur. I come into focus. Huzzah! Yeah. What's your vision of like a wizard, like outside looking in type thing? Holden.
You know, I'm doing a mage right now in Elden Ring. I like the wizard. I mean, it's. I guess we're gonna compare. My whole thing is comparing now to warlock and sorcerer, right? But yeah, exactly what you said, Jake. The wizard hits the books, and I kind of love that. I'm a big fan of fucking Patrick Rothfuss. What's the name of that book series?
Name of the Wind.
Name of the Wind. And I love the way they treat magic in that as like an education. I like in Skyrim, the first thing I did was go to the Mage Academy. Like when I played my first run through, I was like, I'm going to the wizard school, baby. Like I was all about that life. I love a wizard school. You know what I mean? And not even Harry Potter, dude. I'm talking about like real, like, you know what I mean? Big, strong man wizard
cool
shit.
Guys.
Not that kid shit, dude. Yeah, big, strong was exactly. Tears a big, fierce
wizard. We got
wizard.
people in a fucking jar that we.
Yeah, exactly. I go, your penis in a jar, and they're like, where did it go? And it's in a jar in the corner of the room. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, where'd you read that? I was like, it's in the weird book in the back. There's a weird book area.
There's always a weird book in the back. Yeah. I played a level 20 illusion wizard, and it was so much fun. It was so confusing because like I practically existed outside of time and space with how powerful I was. You get the spell Wish, which everyone takes, where if you just make a wish. Just go ahead, make a wish, and then it just can break the game. You can do so much with them. And the thing that kind of brings warlocks and sorcerers down is you do kind of want these utility spells that like can be really fun, like detect magic. Oh, turns out that guy is a friggin' gargoyle pretending to be a real person. You want that stuff. Some of the stuff is a little more boring, but the person that can cast spells has to bring it. And if you make your sorcerer get rid of one of their spells for that, it sucks. But wizards can learn every single spell they want by like writing down in your book. They can like prepare it the next day. They have so many spell slots. They can be so different between each of their schools, like between illusion, evocation, conjuration, and all that stuff. They're and the spells just get so powerful. It's insane.
Yeah, and
I get very complicated.
And I I worked hard for my success. I didn't just get born with it, that kind of thing. I busted my ass.
What about the frailty though? Because in those early
none of my
levels,
business.
Oh, could be me. I'm a survivor. That's what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, the bard I'm playing right now has like negative health. So I'm just like, this is none of my business.
You have a non-Hodgkin's bard? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he has like a 6 strength and a 7 constitution. So like, I have like but I'm just like, I stand back. All of you with armor, this is your problem. If I go down, that's bad for you.
Yeah.
I'm here, protect you.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who can turn you invisible to get into that vault, so this is
exactly, Torgo. I cast you think everyone is talking about you behind your back, all that kind of shit. You can do all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I think I agree with you. Jake, do you disagree? I'll be mean to you if you do. I'll be mad at you and mean to you for like a week.
I mean, assuming you make it to level 20, you are officially the indispensable problem solver for the rest of the campaign. So
you're more than God.
There you go.
I'm trusting Tim on this. It's an S. It's an S.
All right, it's an S. We need one more S anyways up there. Good Lord. All right, and now the great ballooning of 2024. What are we working with here?
Move the fighter up.
Yeah, here we go. Put the fighter up. Tim says put the fighter up. Pig bullets and Moosey Fate. Let us know in chat what you want to do. The fighter is now up to A. What do you guys got? And chat, was there anything you guys wanted to move up or down? We gave you a chance. Cleric for G for godly? Yeah, I don't think there are enough balloons to fix this list, says Gorglax. You know what, Gorglax? Send me a mean DM. Oh my god, a dragon we didn't rank dragons. Moosey Bates says cleric down. Cleric down to A, dude. Oh. Unbelievable. So now we only back to only one person at S.
No,
we only have
I can't let this stand. I cast veto balloon back to cleric, back to S.
Back to S for cleric. Fantastic stuff. People are saying, Mr. Shanks is saying barbarian up, barbarian up. Can we get a poll? Jay, can you put a poll in chat to see if they want to bring barbarian up or rogue up? Maybe you should put a poll in for, I don't know how we want to do this. Maybe 2 separate polls. What do we want to do? And then pig bullets. What do you got for us? Tirzo gets my vote, and that means if Tirzo gets the vote, Tirzo can move anything to anywhere if you give Tirzo the balloon. So Tirzo, you can move anything anywhere. It does not have to be up or down one slot. Completely up to you. It is the chaos veto. Absolutely. What are you moving? What are we doing?
I put the poll.
Bard? Yes. Up or down? No. I don't even know what one that is. Is that rogue?
That's rogue.
All right, rogue up to S.
All right.
Come on, let's give fighter one more. One more. That means the core 4 is all as we agree. Let's go. Come on, chat.
All right, to put fighter up. Well, what do we got? What do we have for the veto right now? Barbarian up or Tirzo gets it? Which I don't even know what that sounds violent.
Tirzo gets the power of the chat balloon, which I think already happened. That happened.
Well,
already,
no, that was Pig Bullet's balloon. That's not chat balloon.
Was
Tirzo will get 2. Tirzo will get 2. And it's looking very good right now. It's looking very good. We can almost call it at this point. It's almost done. I think it's done. We just got another. Yeah, we're done. Tirzo, you get the final veto balloon. Again, Tirzo. If you give it to Tirzo, allowed to move anything up or down any amount of spaces. Does not have to be just one. And Tirzo is frozen. Tirzo has frozen. We got
too much power. No one clown should have all that power.
The internet's out in the studio, but just for Tirzo. I've never seen anything like this. What do we got? What do we do? Bard again. Always playing with that Bard. Always remember fighter up to ask me. Whoa. Hey, Bard S tier.
Going to your Tirzo. Oh, clowning of plenty.
Oh, clowny of plenty. Yeah, baby. And that's
Hail and well met, adventurers.
Thank you so much.
Reward, you get 10 pieces of gold, an enchanted horn that lets you make any monster level 20 or above shit its pants on command. And also, the bard gets a fancy hat.
I did use my veto balloon because we moved something up. Yeah, I forgot what it was. I put a dog in a, suck dick house or something. I don't know what I did. All right, Bevel Worship, thank you for the sub. Thank you, everybody. Tim, give us the plug. Thank you so much for being here.
All right, baby. You can follow me on Twitter at Tim Lanning or whatever. But yeah, the podcast is called Greetings Adventurers. Used to be Drunks and Dragons back in the day. We legally the longest running D&D show. We started like basically 12 years ago. Back before it was cool. But yeah, we're having a ton of fun. We have our second campaign going right now because we're kind of dumb. We did the first campaign all the way from level 1 to 20. Probably should have cut it up more, but it's also so much fun to do an entire run through all the levels. Probably just jump in campaign 2, where you don't need to know any information. We made it as new player friendly as possible, but also, hey, jump in wherever. You'll figure it out. It's not that big a deal.
Hell yeah. There you go. Greetings, adventurers. Check out Wizard the Bruiser, LP and TV for everything. Thank you, everybody, for the subs. Thank you, James, Eric, Kelly, for... oh, Jesus Christ. I can't believe I just said that.
I have to pee so bad right now.
All right. Let's get out of here. Goodbye, everybody.
Tears of a Clown on Thursday.
Woo! Not Tears of a Clown. Puppet Jared on Thursday. Bye, everybody.
Puppet Jared on Thursday.
We're misspeaking left and right.